What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, and today we are going to go over the November 2017 Air Jordan release dates. Now, like always, it's possible that a release date could be added in, or I should say a model added into the month, or even the date get pushed forward, back. You guys already know the drill. But in the case that that does happen, there will be a link in the description below which will point you to SneakerFiles.com, specifically this page, which will be updated throughout the month to reflect those changes. Now, I just want to start off by saying there is a ton of releases going down this month, so probably shouldn't go too much in depth on that. We'll just go over the shoes. And first up, we have the Air Jordan 1 Flyknit in Wolf Gray and Golden Harvest. Also has a gum outsole. This pair is not so bad, but they drop on November 1st, which is a Wednesday. It will actually be tomorrow, and the retail price will be $180. You know, not a lot of retailers are getting this shoe, but still, I don't think they're going to do that well. I believe the Royal pair, they sat for a while, so if that pair sat, then these are going to sit. But let's move forward. Now, this is the Soulfly Jordan Trunner LX High. They are very limited. Only 200 pairs are releasing. I'm not a fan of the high. If this was a low in a collaboration, it would be really dope to me. Only, like I mentioned, only 200 pairs are releasing, and they will be available at Soulfly in Miami, and they drop on November 4th, and the retail price will be $150. I just hope that when they do sell out, that we don't see some crazy resale prices, because they're definitely not worth it. And now we have the Air Jordan 32 Low Win Like 82, part of the Win Like 82 pack. This pair, as you can see, features university blue, white, and it also appears to have some obsidian detailing. They drop on November 4th. Retail price will be $160. Again, I don't think this shoe is going to sell out, although I think it's dope, and not a ton of retailers are getting them. And that's just kind of how the Air Jordan 32 is. I know by me, the chic shoes and locations like that, they don't get the Air Jordan 32. They didn't get too many pairs of the Air Jordan 31. But let's move along. All right. So we have, I guess you could say it's a wider release. Some people are calling it a restock. I don't think it's a restock. I believe it's a wider release. The Off-White Air Jordan 1, known as the 10, and they come in your Chicago colorway. I mean, there's not much to really talk about. We've gone over the shoes so many times in the news segment. I'm sure everybody watching this video already knows what these are about. They drop on November 9th. Retail price will be $190. Now, these are going to be limited. They are going to sell out without a doubt. And I'm sure a lot of people want to know where you can buy them. So that link in the description below, which I told you guys that will take you to Sneaker Files, you know, with the release dates updated. I have all the locations listed that will have the Off-White Air Jordan 1 along with the entire collection. Now, I don't know the release process for each store. Some of them are going to have raffles. I'm pretty sure all of them will. So if you see the store that you want to try to grab from on the list, I would reach out to them. Also, it isn't known if they're going to be available online just yet. It's possible that Nike drops them online as well. I really do hope so. But let's move forward. And we have the Air Jordan 3, known as Chrome. This pair is part of Jordan Brand's Airs collection, so they're going to feature more of a premium makeup compared to stuff we've usually see from Jordan Brand drop. And they release on November 11th. Retail price will be $190. Now, this is a grade school exclusive, and a lot of people ask, you know, time to time why the retail price is so high like an adult if they're only releasing for kids. And that's because, like I mentioned, it's part of the Airs collection. They put a little bit more detail into it. But to me, I feel like the retail price should stay the same. Next up, and quite possibly could be the biggest release of the month because a lot of people are actually looking forward to this shoe, is the Air Jordan 11 Win Like 82 UNC. Now, a lot of people are asking me why the patent leather isn't as high or there isn't any peaks on this, and this is the official image. I'm not sure why. They did it last year with the Space Jam. They're doing it again with the Win Like 82. They also did it with the Win Like 96. More than likely, everybody knows that production was cut short due to complications, and they will be more on the limited side compared to what Jordan Brand was trying to do, which was pump them out as a massive GR. And these will drop on November 11th. Retail price will be $220. Without a doubt, this pair is selling out. I don't care if it's a GR or if it was limited or whatever the case may be, they're going to sell out. All right. So now we have the Nike Zoom Vapor RF AJ3 Atmos. As most of you know, this is a collaboration with Jordan Brand, Nike, and Roger Federer. This will also be a limited release. I'm not exactly sure where they will be available at. I'm pretty sure Nike sneakers will have them, and they drop on November 17th. Retail price will be $200. Definitely will sell out. You'll see some pretty high resale prices as well. And here we have the Air Jordan 12 Dorenbecker. Now this release, I do like it a lot, and I'm going to try to get them. Currently, we don't know where they will be available at, and that sucks because more than likely this will be a limited drop. I believe last year's collection, only select retailers got them. Like, it was really, seemed like it was really rare, but resale prices wasn't really that crazy on them. And if I forgot to mention, this pair is designed by Carissa Navarro. But they drop on November 18th, and retail price is $220. It's possible that the retail price will be $190 because I saw that the Nike Air More Up Tempo cost $160, which is standard for the Air More Up Tempo. But don't be surprised if the retail price does stay at $220. So if you miss out on the DB Air Jordan 12, this may be the next best thing for you. This is the Air Jordan 12 Dark Gray. This will be a massive release. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure if they're going to sit or sell out. The Bordeaux pair, I haven't even been in the store because I've been under the weather. I've been actually really sick. So I don't know how they did. I haven't even really checked online. I'm trying to catch up on everything. But for this pair, I feel like the only thing that's doing a little better than the Bordeaux, because I actually like the Bordeaux pair better, but is the outsole because it features wolf gray instead of cell or that cream color, so it's not going to get dirty as fast. But with that being said, November 18th, retail price will be $190. In the past, typically the Air Jordan 12 does sell out within the first couple days. There was one pair that sat for a while. I mean, most of us know that. But I have a feeling for this pair, if you really do want them, you should be able to get them on release date. And if not release date, probably a couple days later, if not even later than that. But it is a busy month, so it's very possible that these will sit for a bit. Next up, we have one of the first releases from the Jordan Brand Wheat collection. This is the Air Jordan 6 Wheat, and they feature Golden Harvest Elemental Gold. They drop on November 21st. Retail price will be $190. This pair, I believe, will be a general release. I think they'll be widely available. I believe if you really want this shoe, this will be another pair that you'll be able to obtain if you go through, you know, all the channels you need to. Next up, we have the Air Jordan 13 Wheat. I still feel that Jordan Brand should have brought back the Wheat from, I believe it was 2004, but this pair doesn't look so bad, especially on feet. They drop also on November 21st. Retail price will be $190. Again, this is another pair that will be a GR. I do believe it will be. I'm not 100% positive on that, but I should have more information when we get closer to the release, which I will make sure to put in the news videos. Now, this won't be a general release. This is the Air Jordan 32 Why Not for Russell Westbrook, and they drop on November 22nd. It's possible that this date could be pushed around. Retail price will be $185. This pair, I'm not 100% positive on, but I believe will only be available at Nike Sneakers and probably a few select retailers like Select Foot Lockers, etc. Probably the Jordan Brand store in Chicago. This pair, I'm really upset that it is a GS exclusive, but this is the Air Jordan 11, part of the Airs collection known as Black Stingray, and they are dropping on Black Friday, November 24th. Now, I have a feeling that there will be another pair that releases on November 24th because that's Black Friday, like I mentioned, and this is the only pair that's dropping on Black Friday. It doesn't make sense. But these release dates from Jordan Brand has been jumping around like crazy. Even though this is a grade school exclusive, like I mentioned, it's part of the Airs collection, so retail price has jumped up to $220. These are not going to sit, these are going to sell out, especially size 9.5 wide, because I've heard that they will be available in extended grade school sizing. I can't confirm that, but that's what I heard. Either way, all sizes will sell out. Last but not least is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Wheat. This pair drops on November 25th. Retail price will be $160. Now, I believe that select retailers overseas actually dropped them a couple days ago. I'm not sure why that is, and they still might be available. I believe Sneakers and Stuff was one of them. I'm not 100% positive on that. But if you want to check that out, just visit their website. They still got them. You can get them early. Although this is a stock photo from Nike, I feel like this image is horrible. I feel like images we've seen floating around aside from the stock photo is a lot better. Now, do I think these are going to sit or sell out? I honestly think that they're going to do well. I think depending on how many pairs Jordan Brand puts out, that they will sell out just because it's a wheat shoe. You could, wear it during the fall, even the winter. A lot of people love the Air Jordan 1, especially when it comes in the Retro High OG form. And what I've heard is that the suede used across the uppers is actually really nice. So all of those are just great additions to the shoe. And if I forgot to mention, retail price will be $160. And that does it so far for the November Air Jordan releases. And like I mentioned earlier, there's a link in the description below pointing you to SneakerFiles.com, where if a new model gets added in, a release gets pushed forward or back, it'll be updated there. Also, there is a list of stores where you can buy the Off-White Air Jordan 1. So what am I feeling for the month? Man, so there's just so many releases. The Off-White Air Jordan 1, I'm still not a fan of it. I've said that many times before, but I do plan on getting it to use as trade bait. The Air Jordan 11, Win Like 82, UNC, that's a pair that I want to get. The Air Jordan 12 Dorenbecker, another pair. The Air Jordan 1 Wheat, I do want to get those, I'm not going to lie. The Air Jordan 13 Wheat, it depends on how they look in person, how the quality is and everything. But I'm not really a fan of the Air Jordan 6. The Air Jordan 12 Wolf Gray, that's a potential pickup. Again, that's another shoe I have to see in person. But what's funny is the number one pickup I'm actually looking forward to in November is not from Jordan Brand. And this is the first time that has actually happened for me in like probably a few years. But that release is the Nike SB Dunk Low Pigeon in black. I love that model. A lot of people don't know that I had a massive SB Dunk collection, but I sold them all off and I regret doing that. I still have a few, but I had the Tiffany Low, I had Homer's, the Jedi, I had so many of them, and man, I just regret doing it. But leave a comment below and let me know, for the month of November, what do you plan on picking up? Thanks for watching, stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.